Hello, and welcome to Level 2 of Learning Freestyle Footbag on PassBack. Last time we talked about kicks, which is the most basic aspect of the sport, and today we're going to be talking about stalls, which are also known as delays. Along with kicks, stalls are the other basic contact used to keep the footbag in the air before we start putting tricks in between. This is a good time to mention that in freestyle footbag, nearly every trick can be broken down into one or more simpler parts. As you're working your way up through every level of this roadmap and beyond, it's always a good idea to have the previous levels dialed so that you have a strong enough foundation to build upon. In today's case, toe and inside stall build directly upon the kicks we looked at last time. If you're having trouble with these stalls, you will benefit a lot from practicing the related kicks more, and just like the previous video, Phil Morrison and Lotus both have really nice tutorials on the general principle of stalling. For our purposes today, you can just focus on their tutorials for toe and inside stalls, and of course make sure to practice both on both sides. A lot of beginners understandably have a hard time doing a stall and a set in one fluid motion, so as you're first learning, it can be useful to practice these separately. Stall the bag, then pick it up with your hand, and put the bag on your foot and set it back up to your hand. Of course, you want to work up to a point where you can do both in one fluid motion, but practicing these in isolation will help you build up muscles and consistency. Just like with kicks, you should learn all kinds of stalls like outside, pincher, knee, and whichever others you see that interest you. One final thing to mention before we wrap up is that most of the time when you watch an experienced player, they will warm up for a string with kicks and then do nothing but stalling tricks until they drop. This doesn't mean that kicks are worthless. Even if you don't integrate kicking tricks into your strings, the general principles are still really important. So just like in the last level, there's no magic number of stalls that means that you mastered them. Your goal is, again, to be able to keep the bag in the air comfortably using various kinds of stalls and kicks on both sides. Once it's natural to keep the bag in the air, then it's time to do something in between contacts, which we'll get into in the next level. Thanks for watching, good luck, and see you next time for your first dexing trick.